Maria Booker, we welcome you to the Stillman School.
I'm incredibly excited to be here. We live in a fast-changing age, but the real values, the core ideals of our country are as real as they've ever been, and we are desperately in need of those ideals. The whole conception of our nation, a nation formed in liberty and ideals of freedom and equality, have constantly been renewed and expanded and enriched and emboldened with every generation, making our democracy more democratic, making our democracy more real and substantive for every single person. But we have work to do. And one of the best ways to do that work is to begin for all of us to come together to make sure we can continue the abundance as the word was. We have a founding document that's called the Declaration of Independence, but I'm a big believer that what our history screams towards and what our destiny must be is a declaration of interdependence, recognizing that we all need each other. We must work together. We must find ways to realize the value and the worth of every American. Now, unlike the past, nations of the future will no longer be strong because they have great bauxite or iron ore supplies. And even, in fact, our economy here in America has changed from a manufacturing-based to really a knowledge-based economy. And if that is the case, we must recognize that unlike the old days, that we have to understand that our natural resources are essential to our success and that they're focused and located in only certain areas. Now we must realize that, again, our natural resources are the key to our success, but the natural resources that we must focus on are not centralized in certain areas of our nation. They're equally distributed all around our country, and that's the genius of our people. That we must find ways to cultivate and exalt that genius and that potential of children, of young people, every part of our country. In Newark, New Jersey, we recognize that we have genius on each and every one of our streets. And if we can find ways to make bolder access to resources and opportunity, that genius is going to thrive and make even more opportunity available. Now, I'm a big believer that this nation is strong because of its private sector, because of industry, because of business, because of developers, because of people who saw things that are not there. If we want to continue that kind of innovation and entrepreneurship, we must equip the genius of our country with the basic skills necessary to be able to engage and continue that kind of entrepreneurialism, the kind of growth of our economy. This, to me, is so critical. In Newark, we've started to do some very innovative things through the Brick City Development Corporation in partnership with many people that are in this room. Some of it was just trying to make capital more available to businesses to help them grow and expand. We've already made well over $1 million of loans available. In this time of restricting capital, Newark and the Brick City Development Corporation, in partnership with innovative banks, with the Small Business Association and others, are actually helping businesses move forward by getting capital into their hands, by recognizing the genius of our entrepreneurs. I am so excited about this institution now, which is joining with us in a remarkable way, focusing on young people, teaching them the skills necessary for entrepreneurialism, encouraging them to follow in the footsteps of their ancestors, who in so many ways were entrepreneurial, from family households that had very entrepreneurial ways of meeting the basic needs of their families, to even the history in the Black community and the larger community in America as a whole that has made a way out of no way through entrepreneurial endeavor. Isn't it amazing right now that we are now in a generation where the Nobel Peace Prize is not going to someone who liberates colonialism or in India or who battles for civil rights in America, but that the Nobel Peace Prize recently went to a person that was involved with micro-enterprise, with getting money and resources to often overlooked individuals within India through the Grameen Bank. This is where America is going, is understanding that creating wealth and abundance, fostering innovation, fostering entrepreneurialism is actually what's going to help us deal with the persistent problems of our nation. everything from cleaning our environment. I talked to one of the most amazing venture capital funds in Silicon Valley that is actually giving money, making investments in green tech companies that for cities like mine offer green jobs and innovation and create entirely new economies. That entrepreneurialism is helping people create new businesses out of the ether. Literally right now in America, here in New Jersey rather, after visiting with eBay out in California, there are hundreds of New Jerseyans that are making a living, a regular living off of a company that we couldn't even imagine just 15, 20 years ago. This is where America's going. And the key ingredient to this is the young people that are coming up right now. And that's why I am excited. That's why my step was light when I was walking into this door, because here is a true partner that will be on the cutting edge of dealing with America's challenges, but more importantly, expanding our vision, our moral imagination of what America can be. And it's going to be done by cultivating that genius, by cultivating that natural resource. This is a time to celebrate. In the darkest days of our country's history, we've always seen the lights shine the brightest. This truly is, as the clouds are forming, as the night is descending on America, this is the light and the hope, like the North Star that guided so many African Americans to freedom along the Underground Railroad. This school will be a passage towards greater freedom, greater opportunity, and greater justice in America. And for that, I am grateful to everyone. Thank you.